possibility.
I keep seeing all these people on Facebook or Twitter, no, TikTok that talk about, I got fired today. What am I going to do? Well, quit posting stupid stuff on Twitter or TikTok.
There you go.
Hey,
All
I
right.
think we're live on lots of different platforms. It's Coach Johnson. Welcome to Coach Jay's Gridiron Barbecue, North Texas High School Football. Our guest star co-host, Mr. Rudy Hawkins, and all the way from Channel 3 via Boston, Massachusetts. Former hockey great, MJ Baird.
Hockey greats.
Hockey
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
You've told us hockey stories.
This is true. Great. Hockey great is definitely a stretch. My, my high school career speaks for itself.
Well, the great thing about playing high school football back when I played, there's no video evidence that says you weren't as great as you talk about.
Well,
Fair enough.
The older you get, the better you get.
Well, doggone right.
Stories get better.
I think Iowa Park should put a statue kind of like the memorial guy out there just because of how good I was. I mean,
Put some clothes on you.
most of the people that watched me play, bless their heart, have passed on. So that's horrible.
Speaking of Iowa Park, we'll get to them a little bit later, but those guys are playing really good football right now.
Good football. And we're sure happy about it. Let's talk a little barbecue. I put a little tease out there today talking about leftovers. This past weekend, Andy Pruitt put on a car show here in Holiday, and turned out we had 52 classic cars show up for the car show and cruise, and I sold some barbecue. I put back just a little bit for leftover night. Well, if you got a big party coming over and you cook a brisket, you usually can finish it up. But if it's like me and Miss Tammy, we cook a brisket for ourselves, which hadn't happened since I started cooking. What do you do with the leftover briskets? And there's all kinds of stuff to do. But Jet came home from my son Jet. Some of y'all remember him. He came home from a Texas Ranger game this summer and said, Dad, you've got to make brisket egg rolls. So
You did.
tonight I did. And
Very successful, by the way.
that's a brisket egg roll. I don't know if you can see that. Everybody see that? And you can buy these egg roll wrappers down at Walmart, United, any Market Street, I imagine anywhere. But what I did was, and I don't roll it pretty. I got to work on that. But what I did was put a little cabbage in it and took a little of that leftover brisket and chopped it up, put just a touch of Coach Jay's Gridiron barbecue sauce on it, and deep fried it. And it's healthy.
Yeah, it was very.
It's got cabbage in it.
Very good. I know
It's
that
got
much. It was really
cabbage
good.
in
It did
it.
have cabbage in it. I like the cabbage. It gave it a little crunch.
Yeah, and if you're like me, in a lot of this show, I like to talk about barbecue for tailgating. You can always take a turkey fryer where you go and deep fry that, or have it pre-game for a Cowboy game, or especially when they play on Monday Night Football. I like doing stuff like that just for myself, tailgate food. And I thought that one worked out well. And of course, you can dip it in whatever you wanted to. The other thing I did, and I screwed this one up, and I hate to even show it. I took some leftover pulled pork and made some cornbread. And I put just a little bit of candied jalapeno in that cornbread, and I put a piece of cheese in the middle. I made a pulled pork patty with a piece of cheese in it, and put cornbread around it and deep fried it. And I'll show you one.
It's going to be hard to kind of tell what it was, but it was really good though. The taste was good.
This one's the prettiest one I've got.
Yeah, when you said hush puppy, I was thinking we were going to come get a hush puppy, but I should have known we were at Coach Jay's place, and it's a big hush puppy.
Well, yeah, I really needed Tammy for this, but it's pretty good. Fried cornbread is not bad.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a great, and it's a really cool idea.
And if you're a John Wayne fan, in the movie True Grit, Chin Lee made John Wayne a bunch of corn dodgers for the trip, which is fried cornbread. And if Chin Lee would have put the pulled pork in the cornbread,
You'd have had it
even better.
Yep, those were really good though. I really kind of like the ideas. You're always looking for something, because if you do pulled pork, you're gonna have leftovers.
Yeah.
If you do a pork butt, you're gonna have leftovers. There's just no way of eating it all unless you have a 1,000 different people, there at the place to eat. But very cool ideas.
I was hoping that some coaches from the area might just show up tonight.
Yeah, we keep asking, but
I want to be like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood and just have people show up.
Coach Green, I think it's coming.
What is it?
Coach Green's telling MJ needs some Friday night football, brother.
This isn't my podcast. I'm not trying to hijack it, but we do have great news coming out of KFDX Channel 3. What you're used to seeing an hour Friday nights, 11:30 to 12:30. No, that is not exactly coming back. But we've been in the trenches and we've worked out a deal. We've got a half-hour show, 11:30 to 12 o'clock. Now, here's the catch. It's not on linear television. You can't watch it on Channel 3.
I don't even know what linear television is. Straight line.
Right.
Yes, exactly that. But where you can watch it is on our new app, KFDX Plus. Super easy to download on your smart TV, on your Amazon Fire Stick, on your Apple TV, on your Roku, whatever. Search the App Store, KFDX Plus. Every Friday night, starting in week 6, so October the 3rd.
So basically at the beginning of district.
The beginning of district play. Exactly
All
right. It's a compromise, but it literally just got approved today. So happy to break the news here on the 17th.
You heard it first.
Of September.
Right here on Coach Jay's Gridirion BBQ and North Texas High School football. Oh,
that's awesome.
That
is great news.
It's almost as good as Christmas.
I went out last week to Vernon Northside Herald on Thursday night. And I always try to find a Thursday night game now that I can go watch.
Yeah.
And I ran into Ben there, and we were both, we were just talking about, missing it, and how many people walk by saying, "Bring the show back, bring the show back."
Yeah.
As he held the camera.
And we had the last 3 weeks we've had a show, but it's been condensed from an hour to 20 minutes, but B, more importantly, it's been moved up. It starts at 10:15, so we go 10:15 to 10:35 on Channel 3. And that's great, and we are appreciative of what we get. But there's a couple problems there. One, you guys know, football games don't end until 10:05.
Yeah.
So we can't stay at a full game.
People would run the ball occasionally.
Spoken like the wing T guy you are.
Well, I threw the ball. I'm just saying, when I was in Colorado City, we chunked it about 50% of the time. But when we got ahead, we ran the damn ball. That way, I could go home. I was old when I was young. So, but speaking of which,
that's great news.
Thank you.
That is great.
We're excited. Starting October 3rd on KFDX Plus.
I did see this on social media today that tomorrow there's supposed to be an alien ship come down and get good-looking, sexy old men and take them off. So if I don't see you guys, it'd be nice to know what to do.
We'll see you next week.
Same time, same place.
Yeah, same time, same place. Make sure you have something good cooked.
Speaking of same time, same place, don't forget I'm going to try my best to get this thing on YouTube and Spotify. It would really help us if you like, subscribe, follow,
share.
Facebook stuff is good and we like it. And I think last week we had 2,000 viewers. But we wouldn't mind a little free money coming in to offset some of these costs.
Yeah. The most important thing on that is subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because once you get a certain number, then you can start monetizing it.
Yeah, that's what we want to do is monetize. I don't even know what that means.
Yep.
But it sounds good.
Yeah, it's go out, help us out, share it, get it out to as many people. At the end of the day, we have a good time doing it, and the more people that can watch helps
and
too.
For your dollar, this is probably the best barbecue/football podcast in the state of Texas, maybe the whole world.
Easy.
I think so. I don't know if there's another one.
It might not be another one. It might be one that's the best.
It could be. But all right, y'all ready to talk football?
Yes,
Let's do it.
sir.
We got egg rolls tonight. We got Friday night broadcast coming. I'm happy about that, honestly, because that's been on TV since I was in high school, and that was a long time ago. I don't know how it happened, but I got old.
Yeah, it's just a shame that it's not going as it always has been. I know my players that played for us, they looked forward to it, and I think we always played harder when those cameras were there. They wanted to be the guy and get interviewed and see themselves on TV. It's just a big deal.
We had a home guy, and this is something I did at Colorado City. It's something I did here, and it's not my idea. Coach Ball did it in Iowa Park when I was in high school. After the game, all the kids come over to the house, and we would watch the highlight show and just have a good time, fellowship, and something to do besides getting in trouble. Which, anyway, I missed it the first Friday night. I got home from Petrolia, and I turned it on. I said, where the heck is it?
We were lost too. We're done at 10:35 now, and it's what do we do?
That's what Ben was saying.
Yeah,
we're like, whoa,
we should be just getting started.
Yeah, what are we doing?
It was wild.
Doing here?
It was wild.
But that's great news. I'm glad that's coming back, and
we're excited. October 3rd.
October 3rd. So you guys that just got on, I know some of you have been commenting about that. But October 3rd, KFDX Plus at 12 o'clock midnight.
11:30.
11:30 to midnight.
11:30 to midnight.
It'll be on there. So we'll talk again about it at the end to get you a reminder on it. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with some games. And what do we got first? The sun's setting. I'm glad you had your cowboy hat on because I keep dodging behind it. I forgot my sunglasses. Rookie mistake.
I highly recommend hats that cover your ears and sunscreen.
Yes.
If you get as many things cut off. Apparently, I think dermatologists charge by the spot they burn out. It ain't much fun. They just sit there. Oh, here's a spot. Here's a spot. Anyway, you would think being 1/8 Comanche, I would not sunburn like I do, but I do. Lord of the Plains.
There you go.
All right. Memorial at, I believe, at Andrews.
Correct.
Memorial's 3-0. Andrews 1-2. I think Memorial goes to 4-0. First time in school history, maybe not. I don't know what they did last year. I don't remember.
They didn't start 4-0. I don't remember what they were, but it wasn't 4-0.
Yeah, it's definitely a first 4-0 start.
Yeah,
Memorial,
right.
I think they got a good chance. Got a friend that coaches at Andrews. I haven't talked to him, but they're 1-2, and I really don't believe they played the schedule that Memorial has.
Yeah, well, what I think Coach Green and I both kind of mentioned this last week. There's Memorial's like sneaky, not even good. They're sneaky, really good. Sneaky, really good. The running backs, experience 4 years, quarterback 4-year quarterback, varsity quarterback. They always have good linemen. They just kind of have all the pieces. I love that staff, how they work together out there. I like Memorial in this game for sure, but I'm curious to see. Memorial's been knocking on the door. Well, Ryder, then Memorial, but 2 years in a row, they've been knocking on the door of Argyle.
Yes, they have.
And I've been to both of those games, and I'm not sure if they didn't outplay Argyle, and both of them just came up short on the scoreboard.
Yeah. So you guys would know better than me, but Andrews is kind of a hike, right?
That's a long way.
So as long as you get off the bus, right? Don't sit on the bus.
Andrews is so far out of town, the sun goes down between here and there. It is a long ways.
So, as long as the Mavs can get off the bus.
And a lot of tradition out there in Andrews, Texas. I will say that. Andrews is nice facilities, a lot of money if you like oil field. And historically, they are a good football program. So you can't just take them for granted. They're 1-2. Andrews is bad. I don't think you can do that. Andrews is a good football program. Has been for a long time.
But if they scheduled Memorial, they know what they're getting, so they must be pretty good. But I'm with you, MJ, on that. Basically, don't stay on the bus.
Correct.
Well, and I think, one thing about Memorial, they've had to travel the last couple of years, and even if you go back to the writer, Old High, Hershey, well, probably more Old High than Hershey, but they did traveling out to Midland, Odessa, and Lubbock, and so this isn't anything new for these kids.
Right. Right. It's probably the longest of the year so far, but
no doubt.
Pigskin Prep has Mavs 21-point favorites. I got Memorial.
I think that's honest. A good number too. But the biggest thing is Coach Bindle and his staff. They know how to deal with long.
Been there, done that.
They have their plan. This is what we do at this distance, and they're going to stick with it. And nobody's going to be more prepared than they are.
The biggest problem with going to West Texas is there's no place to stop. I mean, there's some roadside parks, but I guess you could take a history lesson out at the 4-6's ranch, and go see Buster. Well, Buster Welch is dead, but go see the horses out there. Go to the 4-6's store. Maybe be an extra on Yellowstone.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. But I think Memorial, if they don't have bus lag, they get the W, go to 4-0, which is makes you feel really good, warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, going into district undefeated.
You're 4-0.
So this last tune-up for those guys.
I'm pretty positive of that.
So they'll probably have a bye, or they might have a bye in district somewhere.
I think they do.
Yeah. The byes are about to start.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Albany is our first bye of the season tonight. Randall 3-0 at Wichita Falls Legacy 1-2. I am so pulling forward. I don't know why. Randall was my first win as a coach, freshman football. Also, my first flag as a coach. I should have been ejected. I got it. I was on the hash mark calling a hold, and he goes, "I got it, coach." And then he threw his hat. Got you too for being on the field.
Holding and sideline.
Yeah, it wasn't sideline. I was out there.
Yeah,
it was interference. So it was offsetting penalty, but when I started coaching, it was kind of my dream job to go to Randall. Just because I liked their football uniforms.
Yeah, looked like the Raiders.
Looked like the Oakland Raiders. But,
yeah, I think Canyon Randall has a really good football team this year too, and they've been playing really good football for the past few years.
Yeah,
and I think this is a game that they're going to come down here, and they have more tools in the tool belt.
Yeah.
I would definitely pulling and wanting, a Legacy to compete and get after them. But what's the spread? I imagine the spread's pretty high.
30.
30.
Pigskin Prep has Randall by 30. And look, my picks are published every week, so I'm not going to come here and say something different than my picks. I picked Randall. Do I want Legacy to win? Absolutely. Makes my job more fun when the local teams win. But at the end of the day, I got to pick somebody, and we're trying to pick winners.
Yeah, and you're in a competition type deal.
Exactly.
You want to win, and I mean that's the smart pick. And it's high school football. Any team can win on any night. I mean, you see some crazy things. But
I haven't got to see Legacy yet. I know as a head coach, one thing I would be asking those boys to do, and they did get off on the right foot. You keep playing, you keep getting better.
Yep.
You don't know what's going to happen. Ultimately, we're not worried about non-district. We want to win these games, but we want to get better to give ourselves a chance in district. And that's ultimately all you can ask. And as a coach, I believe this. And fortunately, I won a lot of football games. But at the end of the year, I always look back, did my team get better? Did my kids play hard? And if I could answer yes on both of those, I felt like I did my job.
A successful season. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do. And that's what these guys got to do. Legacy's pre-district schedule's brutal. I mean, they got big hitters. I mean, they had Friendship last week.
Yeah.
Back that up with Canyon Randall this week.
Yeah.
Fixing to go into one of the toughest districts in their classification.
Yeah.
Now they roll back in there with Abilene Wiley, Memorial,
Plainview,
that group of
Caladuro. Yeah.
I mean, there's just no.
Yeah, you got to try to, on paper, they're probably going to be underdogs in every district game. you got to try to shock some people, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's right.
you guys know this. Sometimes you got to win a game you're not supposed to win to get in the playoffs. That's
right.
That's a fact.
The most enjoyable victories I ever had were close ball games and games that I wasn't supposed to win.
Yeah, those were the fun ones.
Those are the fun ones. The games that you beat somebody and Hajima.
Oh, there's a dog.
There's a dog.
Yeah, she's hanging out.
Keep her around for those
The
snakes.
games that you're supposed to win or you won by 40, they weren't fun.
Yeah.
The games that
They took a little bit off the blood pressure, those games, but they weren't a whole lot of fun.
they weren't a whole lot of fun. I didn't get to play. My coaching mate won the game. They were going to win the games. The games where you had to actually coach a little bit and you felt like at the end of the game you called the right stuff and the kids executed it and you won, they were fun. And, I remember one of those games where we barely squeaked something out on you. Somebody said, I said, wasn't that fun? It might have been the rain field goal.
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun? It was a great ball game. It was kind of like, I have no doubt the City View faithful was upset when they got beat the other night. But it was a good high school ball game.
Yeah.
And the score really was not indicative of the win.
And that happens a lot.
It does.
If you're not there, a lot of scores are kind of offset what the game really was. But Frank and I we called that one together. That was a lot of fun, and it was a really good game. I went to the Cowboy game on Sunday. It was a really good game. I mean, even if you're a Giant fan or a Cowboy fan, either way that went, that was a great game to watch.
Cowboys played just that much more defense.
Yeah,
I noticed the Giants defensive coordinator got fired today.
Did he?
Yeah.
Actually? Did that happen? Oh, I didn't hear that. I was at the game too. I was in the press box though.
Yeah.
It was on social media, so
maybe true, maybe not.
True, maybe not.
It was a great game though.
I just we unloaded. I unloaded a U-Haul truck during the first half of the game, and I was trying to watch it on my phone, and I was mad, and I was having to carry in boxes, and I was thinking I want to be watching this game, and I'm carrying in boxes. The Cowboys are getting beat, and I got home and I saw the fourth quarter and the
overtime.
That's
all you need to see.
Yeah, that was the best part. Yeah, I mean, it went
thinking,
from we're going to win to we just lost to we just tied it to we just won it.
And I couldn't figure out, this just me, if I win the toss in overtime in pro football, I want the ball first.
Even with the new rules where both teams get a chance to possess?
Yes, but if I go down and score and then you go down and tie it up, then it becomes sudden death, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then so I can go down and kick a field goal and I win the ball game.
Oh, I see. Because the second time you're not guaranteed a possession.
Okay. I think that's right.
But the only good thing about if you wait is if you get a stop, you're going to get better field position to start your first series than you would if you're going to, because you're going to get the ball, they're going to kick it. You're going to get the ball at the 20, 25. You might be able to get it at the 35 or 40. You never know.
Yeah, it brings the 2-point conversion into play too.
If they don't get better, if the Cowboys, and I'm a lifelong Cowboy fan, and I would like to say I'm not, but I am. If they don't get any better, I'm going to ask him, when I die, I want them to be the honorary pallbearers at my funeral, so they let me down one more time. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they just didn't have any pass rush, and I'm not against the Parsons trade. I'm really not, because they need more than him.
It may prove
to be a good trade.
But I think they're 2-0 if they have him.
But they needed him for some pass rush. We'll see what Giovanni Clowney can do. I mean, they're bringing him in. Maybe he has a little bit in his tank.
He's played with I think 7 teams in 11 years.
Yeah, he's been bouncing around. Something's wrong. Maybe he'll get it right. Anyway, we're off.
We're chasing a damn rabbit.
Yeah, what's next?
All right, Ford, and I'm going to go with this one. Ford, 3-0.
Quinlan Ford.
Quinlan Ford at Mineral Wells.
I was at the game with Mineral Wells head coach. That's who I was at.
Okay.
I'm just
Coach
calling this out because I like Coach World.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't apparently invite
They are they're 2-1. They are beat up. after the first game. They're on their third string quarterback. Their first string quarterback broke his ankle in the second play. Ended up playing the rest of the first half. Throws for like 225 and 4 touchdowns.
With a broken ankle?
With a broken ankle.
Attaboy.
Had surgery. The backup came into that game and broke his part of his hand, pinky or bottom 2 fingers. So he was out. So they're on third string quarterback, and they're struggling. But they said that this Quinlan Ford team is really good.
Loaded.
Yeah, they're really good. They got a really good run game.
I'm still pulling for the
Definitely pulling for the Rams. That's a good friend of mine.
The Rams.
I think he might be a little less
popular.
No.
Okay.
Tools in the tool belt.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm taking Ford then. Is that a town? Is Ford a town?
Quinlan.
Quinlan. Okay.
Yeah, all
Quinlan Ford.
Quinlan Ford all stars.
Yeah.
Can you drive a Chevy
it
in that?
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
That's actually a Thursday night game at Mineral Wells.
Okay.
Night.
Right.
I love Mineral Wells Stadium.
Yeah,
I've said it many
place.
times.
So many of our local teams play neutral site games there, and soccer teams play down there too.
It's such a great venue.
Yeah, the venue's awesome. They treat you right. I like the locker rooms right there. I mean, it's just a pretty good little setup.
Treat the media well too. So thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Press box
I'm
nice
pulling
there.
for the Rams. I've said this before. My mom and dad honeymooned in Mineral Wells, Texas.
At the big hotel?
The big hotel.
They're trying to redo that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Moving
on. Graham at Decatur. Graham 2-1. Decatur 0-2. I'm guessing a lightning game.
Yeah, on Dave Campbell's it says canceled, so I don't know who was leading and who wasn't. But I looked at their, and I'm now drawing a blank. I looked at their 2 losses, Brock and
they
Trinity Christian. Is that the team that Witten coaches?
Yeah.
So they've lost to both of those teams. So I can't decide.
Makes sense.
Yeah, are they? Graham beat them last year, but as we know, Graham lost a ton.
Mm-hmm.
But are they that down, or are they just 2 really good teams?
Yeah, I think both. I think Decatur lost to some really good teams. I know Graham lost to Springtown, who just has their number. I mean, you look back
they beat
at
them last year,
stuff,
didn't they?
And they just kind of have their number. We got,
great.
Coach.
It's a rivalry game. I know coaches don't like to talk about rivalries, but it is.
They got Coach Arrington. Adam. He's all-state filmer now.
At least all city.
Yeah, at least all city for sure. But he's trying to get an all-state, first-team all-state
with a
filmer
patch on his leather jacket
for the Steers.
Should ask him if he wants to film for Channel 3. Send us some highlights.
Yeah, there we go. That might be something he'll be able to do.
Yeah.
If I lose about 20 more pounds, I can wear my high school leather jacket again.
He just always. We've had a good streak going for a while. What did Zach say? We've had a good streak. We've kept Arrington on every show we've had, so the streak is still alive.
Well, we can't. Adam's a good guy.
So that lightning canceled game was Decatur Denison, and the Eagles were up double digits when it was called in week 2.
So they should be 3.
Thank you, Zach Duncan. But they should be 1-2.
1-2, yeah.
Zach probably gets all this information from us. Do you think?
Yeah. I talked to Zach on the way down here. I was like, Zach, remember, when we get late, right before playoff push, you're coming to the show.
Yeah.
Because he's so good with those scenarios. And
the
who's
best.
in, who's out.
The best.
He gets it.
The research he does is incredible.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it, like 80%, just sticks in his brain. It's nuts. It's nuts. I'm not going to cop out and not give an answer.
Okay.
My picks are published. I picked Decatur. Sorry, Graham. I know you're probably watching from Graham America. I picked Decatur.
It's on grass. That could be the difference.
Home
field advantage. Somebody might water
it. If they got grass, I hope they put down their September fertilizer. And don't forget, when the ground temperature gets 70 degrees, you got to put down your pre-emergent if you're going to have a good field next year.
Looky there.
Pigskin Prep has Decatur by 7.
I'm taking the Steers in an upset. I think it's an upset if they go out there and win.
They're
on the road,
they're at Decatur?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
I got to pull for Arrington. That filmer guy is the best ever. He's top 10 in my book.
We're bringing him on a show this year.
More
He said
than
he can
that,
actually make it this year.
I like his wife. And that sounds like I'm going to get in trouble. But she always comments on my fashion choices. So I'm going with Arrington. She likes my Christmas shirt.
She was watching earlier. She might still be watching.
Yeah, he texted us. He's watching. Sorry, Coach. I will say, he gave me a Lady Blue softball hat last spring. I went down to Graham to wear it this year for the season preview. I show up. I didn't know he wasn't coaching varsity at the time. I show up, nowhere to be found. So I said, that's the last time I wear that Lady Blues hat around.
I can't
Kidding.
be bought, but I can be bribed.
Yep.
So, let's go, Adam, Arrington, and the Graham Steers.
Graham Steers.
Yes, sir.
They're going 3-1 this week. Decatur's going 0-3.
We'll call it 1 and
Yeah.
1 and 2.
If they're beating Denison, like Zach said, we got to give it to them.
Yeah, we're gonna give them
All
that.
right. Moving on. Holiday 3-0 at Burke Burnett. Burke Burnett 0-3. Apparently, I think they're playing hard.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look at their games. You know, they played Vernon pretty tough there till the end. Henrietta schools
Played
went
Iowa
out
Park.
against them. You know, they played Iowa Park. I mean, they played 3
Decent
good
teams.
football
Henrietta's
teams.
got a good record.
You know, after watching the Vernon, I was
Decent
impressed
record.
with Vernon last week when we watched them play. So I think the Bulldogs are on the right way up. I just think
Holiday's found the quarterback, apparently, which doesn't surprise me.
No.
The Jones boy apparently great genetics. And his brother was such a great player for Holiday. And, you know, I know the different positions, but this one is throwing and running and apparently
had a heck of a game last week.
Apparently leading the offense greatly.
And that's kind of, you know, it's kind of like last year. I mean, when Jones came in, nobody expected him to do what he did. And but he was a competitor, and he had a great year. And I know Coach Atwood and those guys were a little bit worried about that when I talked to him throughout the year. Was like, you know, we have to have somebody emerge in that quarterback position, especially with what they do now. And I saw him today. I was actually over there today doing some finalizing some weight room stuff that we did. But I said, I think you found your guy. And he said, well, he's playing pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's big for them.
This is the game of the week this week for KFDX. Holiday
Okay.
at Burke Burnett. So I'll be there for that game, start to finish.
Well, it ought to be Burke Burnett, you know, it's a fun atmosphere. They like to play over there. They like their fans get behind them. It's a neat stadium. It was neater back when they had the rodeo arena there too, and you came out of the chutes, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I got to talk to Coach Atwood because I went out for the season preview story. 5 weeks ago now, and they had a quarterback battle.
Mm-hmm.
And unless I'm mistaken, first of all, there's too many Joneses in Holiday. Keeping up with the Joneses, too many Joneses.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jones.
But I believe it was 2 other young men who were fighting for the job, Caleb and Brady. And then we come out, and Landon is the one lighting it up at quarterback. So, first of all, very impressive. But second of all, what happened?
Off the radar, right?
Well,
Off the radar.
I'm just, from what I hear, and I don't know this, of course. I don't know the boy the Jones that came from Wichita. I don't know him, so I really don't have.
Is he a
much to
Jones
say.
too?
I don't know.
It's too many kids.
Yeah.
Too many
But-
of the same last name.
Brady, you know, he's an incredible athlete. You know, it's one of those things, and it sounds stupid. He's such a good athlete. When you move him to quarterback, he hurts the team because he is so utilized in so many different roles.
Yeah, those guys that you can use as a slash. You know, you put them in backfield, you can slide them into a number one. You put him in the slot, you
he's
move them all
played
over the place.
defensive back for him, I guess, 2 years.
Starter, yeah.
So, you know, Brady has such high importance that you don't want to limit him to one job.
Yeah.
And of course, this Jones,
Landon,
brother
of Parker, not related to Hunter, who was last year's quarterback.
Yeah, back to the Joneses.
Family tree. Hello.
Yeah.
but Landon is, when he was in 7th grade, I knew he was a tremendous athlete. And from what I've been told, he has a great work ethic and can run. He can throw.
Yeah, I
He
think
can
they
lead up.
found
He's a
something
good
for sure.
leader. I think they.
I think that's what they needed, and now with that, I think that team got a lot better because when you're trying to figure it out, that's hard.
It
Now
is.
they got their guy, and they're just going to keep moving forward.
They got a great win last week.
That was a really good win at
You know,
Benbrook.
They lost to Benbrook here last year, and went on the road and won.
And the quarterback at Benbrook was a top 100 quarterback in the nation.
Oh wow!
I mean, he's a really, really good quarterback.
So they beat a quality team.
Sure.
It wasn't like they beat a bad team.
And they're coming off Munster the week before.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like Munster, Benbrook. Like as long as you don't play down, I think Holiday wins this game easy.
The thing about being a Holiday Eagle, you're going to get everybody's A game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody wants to knock off Holiday.
Yep.
Especially a winless team. Like you don't want to go into district winless if you can help it.
Well,
right?
Barbadess, they're good enough that you better. If you think you're just going to walk up,
they're going to play hard. Those kids out there going to play.
You got an eagle on the side of your helmet. You're wrong. Barbadet's going to play them, and if you let them hang around,
they get that confidence.
Get that confidence going. But I think Holiday defeats them.
I had a comment. Miss Jalamo, she was my neighbor. Her and her husband were my neighbor in Quanah when I coached out there.
Mandy?
And no.
Different Jalamo. Same family.
Yeah. And this is the parents of them. So Miss Jalamo would bring over. I'd wake up in the morning. I'd go to work, and on my handle of my doorknob there would be a little bag, and it had 2 burritos, like breakfast burritos, in it every morning. And they're the best. And I had different flavors all the time. Might have had pork chop, might have had bean and cheese, might have had egg, sausage, chorizo, whatever it was. Well, I was taking them and I was eating them. Well, then one day, Miss Jalamo came over. My wife was out there. We were on the porch, and she came over and she said, "Well, Holly, if there's any other burrito like you like better, let me know." And she's like, well, "What burrito?" And about that time, I figured out.
One for you, one for her.
She was given 2, one for me, one for Holly, and I was like, "Oh, Miss Jalamo, I'm so sorry.
I've been eating
both of them. That's how good they were." But every now and then I would see them if one of the kids was driving through, because I'd coached one of their boys in summer baseball when he was younger before I even went out there, so I knew the family, and so they would bring me a burrito.
Wow.
And then I went the last time I've had one of the burritos. We were at a Vernon track meet, and they were there watching their grandkids, and they brought me a burrito. And she said, "You want some burritos?" So Miss Jalamo, yes, I do. So if you're coming anywhere near Wichita Falls, just let me know. I'll meet you to get one of those burritos. They're so good.
I've lost weight since I've retired, and a lot of it has to do with not eating Whataburger at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But the other thing has to do with every Saturday morning, the smorgasbord of food up at our field house for film session was incredible. I'm so much healthier now that I retired from coaching, just because there's not candy up there, there's not burritos, there's not donuts.
Yeah, and again, the late night meals don't help.
No.
That's us too. When we get off TV at
sure.
11:30, 12 o'clock, it's like, need something. And it's always fast food.
Yeah, that's the only thing open, right?
JJ.
Yep. Yeah, Ben knows. Ben remembers. They had some good. That's Ben.
We gotta have Ben.
Miss Jalamo. Yeah, we do. That's JJ's mother that made all this stuff. JJ and Marcus. Marcus Jalamo was a good player for them too.
By the way, sorry, Kyla Arrington says hello on the stream.
You gotta love Kyla.
Of course, the best.
Yeah, we do need to have Ben. I saw Ben at the game I mentioned earlier last week.
Game,
so we need to get Ben out here. Ben, holler at me. Let's get a date together.
Ben knowing athletics, and he also knows food.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a food critic, right?
The first time I remember
station.
seeing Ben on TV doing the sportscast, he had on one of those loud plaid jackets.
It's a Craig Sager jacket.
Yes, and I thought, that guy's a sportscaster.
Yeah.
That's perfect. All right, moving on. Hot Burning 3-0 at Richland.
Yeah.
0-3. Is that Oklahoma?
No, Prosper Richland.
I don't even know.
It's got to be Prosper, Texas, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Different place? Or not
I haven't heard of them. I mean, I know where they're at, but
I don't know a daggone thing about them. They're 0-3. Vernon goes 4-0.
Yep.
Yeah, after last week watching Vernon, I was very impressed. They are dangerous in the backfield. Quarterback Ty Scott's were very good. True Gibson is what I expected to see. If he was hurt, I didn't notice that last week.
Allegedly, he was.
He played really well. The Payne kid, number 7, is an animal.
Yeah.
Number 5, the Chase.
Jamari Chance.
I was really impressed with their defense.
And then, I hadn't even got to the defensive side of the ball yet. But those 4 right there, they're 4 of the best backs around here.
They've got great speed. You know, it was such a defensive ball game in the first half. But that game, they played defense. They didn't let City View, and City View, I believe, has enough speed, but they got great pass rush, harassed the quarterback most of the night. They played great secondary coverage.
It's a tough district that we're talking
They
about that
created-
Vernon district.
They created turnovers when they had to.
Yep. They made a big play. The pick six was a huge play when he jumped in front of the quick and took it to the house.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that was the nail in the coffin. City View was driving down to possibly score and get a 2-point conversion to tie, and they next thing you know, game over. I mean, it was
the other way, yeah.
that was the difference in the game. But yeah, I like Vernon, and
You're right about that district. Ponder, Peaster, Vernon, Iowa Park, so much better this year, and there's somebody else, right? Paradise,
who's
they're
number
running.
5 in the state.
Yeah.
so good.
They dropped
Paradise
the
and
spot.
Peace are both ranked in the state. If Vernon goes 4-0, imagine they're going to find themselves in the rankings at some point. You know, Iowa Park.
Chance
And
to go 4-0. We'll talk
And
about
all
that.
those teams have a lot of kids back from last year's team.
Mhm.
And you
Ponder puts up 82 points last
and
year.
Really?
I don't think you can throw out Bowie yet.
That's the other team, Bowie.
Bowie,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Bowie, earlier, a podcast or two ago, I said, well, they kind of not lived up to where I thought they were going to be. They have now.
Yeah, they're getting there for
They're
sure.
getting there.
And they have, their quarterback's a really good player too. Coach Fambro, Coach cooked brisket, egg rolls, and pulled pork, cornbread, hush puppies. He got home late. He was one of those on the pit.
Candy jalapenos
Yeah.
mixed in. They did come out. The pulled pork hush puppies did not come out pretty.
But they were good.
Tasty,
So that's
though.
all that matters.
ugly's fine.
It's kind of
tasty.
like dancing with the ugly girl that wears a pretty dress. It still comes out fun.
Yeah, Coach Fambro just mentioned
There's
that's
a-
what was on pit.
There's
So,
another. I can't go with it.
We're going with Vernon, I think, right?
We're going with Vernon.
I got Vernon, yeah.
The lines are roaring.
Big favorites, 33-point favorites.
Kind of like, never mind. Can't even go to the jungle story.
Jeff Bishop asked, did you miss the actual Holiday Burke picks? I'm not sure if we
I said
actually
Holiday.
said, but I think
Holiday.
we're pretty unanimous.
Holiday
Holiday
wins big.
in that game.
Holiday wins big.
Ben Coker says he's got the Bowie Jackrabbits going 3 rounds deep.
Big
So
Bowie
did-
fan. Big Bowie fan, Ben Coker.
I think Bowie's going to be hopping happy this week because they're going out to Dublin.
The Dr. Peppers, the
Well,
Fighting
no
Dr.
longer.
Peppers.
They got banned from Dr. I tell you what.
News to me.
Now,
Oh, you don't know about Dublin?
No.
All right, Dublin
if
used to be a
you never
factory for Dr. Pepper.
and you won't ever have one.
The real sugar. You can't have them.
Dublin Dr. Peppers were fantastic, and right, I think it's on Netflix. There's a
Yeah, there is.
documentary
There
on
is.
it, and it's a great documentary. Dublin Dr. Pepper made with imperial pure cane sugar were fantastic. We could get them at Colorado City. The original Dr. Pepper agreement for Dublin, and this goes back a long ways, is how far they could travel with horses that day. That was their delivery zone.
Okay.
And of course, nobody delivers with horses, so they started expanding in Colorado City, Austin. Hell, they delivered in the Metroplex.
Yeah.
Well, Dublin, the Dr. Pepper Corporation and them kind of got crossways on Dublin taking their business.
So Dr.
elsewhere.
Pepper pulled everything from Dublin. So now Dublin, they still have a bottling factory that they
But it's
Dude,
not Dr. Pepper.
it's like grape and orange and root beer, that type of
And I
flavor.
haven't
You'll
ever
see 'em-
had them.
You'll see them in stores. It'll
Okay.
say Dublin. I think they're even in Wichita Falls stores somewhere. But
But
you sit in Dublin, there you go.
Okay.
Your history lesson today.
There it
The
is.
Dublin Dr. Peppers were fantastic.
Yeah, they really were
They
good.
were good. And apparently the guy that started that Dublin Dr. Pepper place has a hell of a museum with all these old-timey Dublin Dr. Pepper stuff. But
Yeah, pretty cool deal.
it's a great Netflix show.
It
We're
is.
chasing rabbits again.
Yep.
But
I'm taking the rabbits in this one because I don't think the Fighting Dr. Peppers are very good this year.
the Bowie Rabbits are going to roll on. I think they're going to be hopping happy, which, Bowie has, speaking of history, when you get to a certain age, you learn to either barbecue or become a history guy. I like both.
Okay, good.
And Will Rogers, I think it was Will Rogers in Bowie they celebrate chicken and bread day. And I think it was it was Eamon Carter would at the train stop, when the train stop would sell chicken sandwiches. One thought was they weren't actually chicken. They were actually rabbit.
Oh,
Which I think is a good name for the Bowie Rabbits.
Yeah.
Jack
Eamon Carter Lake right there at Bowie.
He's a good
There we
dude.
go. We got history all over the place.
Bowie's 24-point favorites on Pigskin Prep.
I think Bowie's go 2-1,
Same.
and weren't they ahead of the game that got canceled because of lightning?
It was like a 7-point game, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So-
We'll give it to him.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
No doubt.
So,
Go
Dublin-
Jackrabbits. I like
Dublin
the
goes
Jackrabbits.
0-4. The line sleeps tonight,
I agree with that.
and I think that's Thursday night game, isn't it?
Unaware.
Not sure.
Sure. Somebody don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Speaking of good game, and pretty good chance if I'm not driving a U-Haul truck from San Angelo, I will be at Owl Park 3-0 against the City View Mustang 2-1.
Mm.
Ought to be a good matchup. City View rolled last year. It wasn't much fun if you were on the Owl Park sideline, which I was.
Yeah, last year's game was it kind of got out of hand pretty fast, and that makes a big difference. But the new era, Iowa Park. If you're reading some of the posts from their fans, they're the new era. It's
Listen.
the new era there in Iowa Park. So they're off to a great start.
Yeah.
They're off to a great start. 3-0, you got to be feeling warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, and so I really think this
Although
is
City View 2-1, not bad either.
yeah,
Not at all.
and both teams are going to continue to get better because both teams are learning new systems. So when they're going to continue to get better, the more they get familiar with the system, more they don't. One thing I like that Iowa Park has went back to kind of Iowa Park offensively football. Like they're bringing it. They're
Smash
big up
mouth.
front. That's a little bit worrisome for me if you're a City View fan, is just how much bigger they're going to be than they are up front.
Yeah.
Um,
And of course, I think their quarterback's doing a great job. He came in late last year and started
yeah,
playing.
Reed's a
for
really good player,
and
and he's a strong kid.
I think the linebackers that, of course, we had Coach Neff on here last week. But I think the linebackers for Iowa Park are doing a good job. I was going to that game last week and got the tap to come help
Yeah.
you out, but
Yeah.
Well, I think you got to watch a better game because the Burt
Yeah.
game, Iowa Park game, was pretty lopsided.
Lopsided, yeah.
it was a lot of fun to do play-by-play.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sure the ratings went up.
Yeah, as soon as I said your name, I think the ratings went up. For me.
Good.
So,
So Iowa Park is our team of the week at Channel 3 this week. I was just out there at practice on Tuesday. I talked to Coach Wood, talked to a couple of the guys, Reed McClain, the quarterback, being one of them, Gideon Towner, the other receiver. So we just aired that story tonight. Actually, you can check it out, TexasHomepage.com if you missed it. But I say all that to say, I'm really torn on this game. Pigskin Prep has it as 9-point City View favorites. I don't think it's 9. I think it's 2 or 3 points. And again, my picks
Either
are
way.
published. Either way, right.
Well,
The way it works in the NFL, though, right? You get 3.5 for being the home team.
hmm
So in that, if that translates, City View's minus the 3.5. I'm going Mustangs strictly on home field advantage. I would not be shocked in the slightest if Iowa Park wins.
I'm going with the Hawks. No offense to the Mustangs, but I am a Hawk. I've got my daggum letter jacket in the house.
Yep.
I've got my jerseys from 1982 in the house. If I need to pull them out, I will. I'll be the 12th man. I still got to play in me.
Well, this is a hard game for me because I'm an Iowa Park grad. I went to City View through 8th grade, and then I spent half my life coaching at City View. And my son plays on City View's team.
Yeah.
A lot of his friends who are at my house a lot are Iowa Park football players.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, because he went to school there at first.
Right.
So, like, their kids are kids that I root for every week. But with that being said, half my life I've coached at City View. These kids that are still playing there, I coached at some point in their career, and I'm not voting against my son.
Of course not.
And I still bleed blue. So I'm taking the Mustangs.
I don't blame you. I can't pull against Holiday ever.
Yeah. But I really think this is. I think this
it's
is
going to be a game.
And
Yes.
it's such an interesting game. It's going to be a power finesse game. You're going to see power running right at you with Iowa Park, and you're going to see City View throwing the ball quick out here, quicks there,
The
throwing it up the
Johnson
middle.
boy from Iowa Park is.
Coda Johnson, the running back,
He is
sophomore, I
Yeah.
believe.
He's
Really good.
He came in last year. Incredible speed. I would like to say I taught him how to run that fast, but I didn't. God blessed him with incredible speed, and he matches up, I believe, with just about any City View player that speed wise. Iowa Park, I will say this, watching that City View game, I thought City View, for the most part, because you get right down to it, 2 of the touchdowns they gave up the other night were not defensive. One was a special team, one was a pick six.
Mm-hmm.
City View played.
And they saw some really good backs.
They did.
Vernon has outstanding backs.
Vernon's they're not slouchy when it comes to.
I'm just a little worried about how big the size differential up front is with what Iowa Park's doing.
Mhm.
That size differential could be an issue, but I know Coach Conway, defense coordinator there at City View, and Coach Levin, those guys are going to figure something out. I wouldn't be shocked to. I'm just shocked. I'm ready to call this game.
Oh, you're calling it?
I'm
Great,
calling it.
outstanding. Yeah,
And it'll be a fun game for me to call because I know the kids. There's not a lot of times I'll have to look down at a paper because I know their kids and I know our kids. So it's going to be a fun game. And when I call the games, I'm a pretty neutral caller.
I'll tell you what.
I will say this: if you're going to that game and you want to park close where you don't have to walk up pretty good ways, get there early.
Really early.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be completely. It's homecoming at City View.
Oh boy.
So
okay.
Big Coker says Coda Johnson runs hard.
Yeah, I haven't watched him in person.
Aubrey Sims.
In a scrimmage, I did,
Aubrey
but
Sam's got
in a game. But looking at the footage,
I don't even know what the hell that.
He got an emoji.
That's an
over there.
emoji.
I don't
Coach.
know what that is.
Come on.
It's like a surprised. I'm going with Iowa Park.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna wear some green or something.
I just want both teams to come out healthy because we got big district games.
Oh
coming
yeah.
out. I just want I want a good football game, and I think we're gonna get one.
All right, Jacksboro 0-3, Jim Ned 2-1. I think they're at Jim Ned.
Yeah, Jim Ned's only loss to Wall,
The Wall Hawks.
and the Wall Hawks are the real deal. Coda Johnson's a junior, Zach said, was
Yeah.
a
Oh, thank
freshman
you.
last year at Ryder. This game he's going to be at
He
as
was at
well.
Wait a
Legacy
minute.
last year.
Was a freshman last year, but now he's a junior.
He,
Zach, what are we doing, brother?
he's a,
I think he's a sophomore.
He's a
That'll make him
sophomore.
sophomore.
I thought he came from Legacy.
He was a freshman the last year at Ryder, so Ryder wasn't.
I can't read. Wow, here I am chirping Zach, and I can't read. So he's a junior. Okay. So he was Ryder, Legacy, now Iowa Park, is what you're saying. Okay.
All right, that sounds right.
That makes sense. Sorry, Zach. Calling you
But
out.
either way,
I'm
he
the
can
one carrying.
run.
I don't know what happened to your. Oh, there you go.
We're back.
Back up.
Going back to this Jim Ned Jacksboro.
Jacksboro got their quarterback back.
I don't know. Wyatt Gavitt threw for 1,000,000 yards and 1,000,000 touchdowns last year. And he did get banged up, whether it was week 1 or week 2, I don't remember. I don't know if he's back.
Week
But-
1, I believe.
Was it week 1?
Yeah.
They have the dudes, even if he is banged up, to be winning games. So I don't know what's going on.
Jim Ned won last year. I do remember that.
I've been thinking the same thing.
I'm like, what is
I'm not
happening?
sure what's up in Jacksboro.
They lost a lot. I get it. You know, Cannon Valenzuela, D1 guy, and Luke Sam's the running back. Like, and those guys play both ways. But
if they got some kids out,
especially the quarterback position.
So many guys, at this level of football, it takes 1 or 2 kids to make that team great. one or two kids gone to make that team average. We had a team here in Holiday. I think it was Jet's sophomore year, 74. The Jones boy was ineligible for varsity football. A lot of Joneses.
Which one?
Jones.
Doesn't even
Here
matter.
we
Yeah.
He's coaching at Holiday now.
We went 7-4 that year, and that was a really good football team. The only thing they needed to be a great football team was just a little speed at running back. We'd pop a play, and hell, if we were lucky, we got a first down. Most of the time, we got 4 or 5 yards. The offensive line was good. The running backs ran hard. We had no speed to break the long run. Now, if the Jones kid would have been eligible, I really believe we'd have played December that year. Just because he could have done some stuff that the kids that were playing that same position couldn't do because God did not bless them with.
Now here's my take on it when you're talking about a quarterback position. Okay. A quarterback position, your backup is normally maybe your best running back, maybe your best wide receiver. So now that one position has now moved
Peter to play Paul.
Now you're taking your best wide receiver and moving him a quarterback. Now you're on your fifth wide receiver because your other ones are already playing.
You're replacing,
and then it's a snowball effect down the
you're
way.
You're not replacing one position. And do you want your quarterback? And I don't know this, but we had a quarterback in Colorado City who broke his leg in game 2 or 3. I don't remember. He was a good quarterback. He was also our deep snapper. Well, we lost the next game. He was out not because of the quarterback play, because of bad deep snap.
Yeah.
And it's any of these games. I mean, I think you look at, your
they're
backup
so
quarterbacks
pivotal.
are only getting us so many snaps. So, that's why a lot of times if you see a quarterback go down in the middle of a game, it changes your whole offense. But you're right. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm still shocked. But they've also played a tough schedule. Like they played Eagle Mountain. Eagle Mountain's they finally have juniors. I mean, they finally have seniors.
With the 3A, not
Yeah, they're going to be.
Who else was their losses to?
They got
the Boyd loss.
The Lightning. It was like they got delayed, but they ended up finishing it. So, I mean, asterisk, I guess, but still, they did finish it. So, loss.
Yeah, the
Boyd has talent.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if they're playing at the level they're supposed to be playing or not. But Boyd has talent.
Now I think Boyd's playing better than they've been playing,
but,
for sure. Henrietta went in and found a way to beat them at Boyd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would expect a Jacksboro team to do that,
right?
Or maybe Henrietta is better. Remember, I called the Henrietta. I thought they were the sleeper of the district.
Mm-hmm.
Called that at the first of the year.
Good pick.
And so
Jacksboro now may be our sleeper, but I think if they're going to Jim Ned, I think they're
in tough. That's going to be a tough game with Jim Ned playing.
I have them at Jacksboro.
But
either way,
because I think Holiday goes to Jim Ned next week.
Okay, I got to see it from Jacksboro. I picked Jim Ned. If you want me to pick, I got to see it.
Yeah.
I got to see the win first.
No, I think Jim Ned's the favorite in this game. Is there
11 points? Yeah, Jim Ned.
Yeah, I like Jim Ned in this game. I'm hoping that because I love Coach Hubble and how they do stuff out there and the success that they've had. To figure it out.
Me too.
But you're right. They're kind of the intriguing to me this year. Team.
Well,
but it only take like a win against a team like this to really.
That's what I mean. Around. And then it's like, okay, I'm back.
Oh, there they
are. I'm back. Yep, exactly.
They get the. Ultimately, again, these games don't count. We got to get them healthy for district.
That's right.
That's true.
So, I think they're going to have a tough road against Jim Ned, but let's go Tigers. Henrietta 2-1 versus the 0-3 Lamesa. I don't know how this game came about.
Zach Duncan wrote about it.
Yeah, Henrietta had a game scheduled and ended up getting out of it with the coaching change or something.
They flopped around. They swapped opponents.
Yes.
And then I think they win a toss to get the game at home.
Yes.
Because it's a hike from Lamesa.
Yeah, they did a zip code.
Where are they playing
at Henrietta. And that's tomorrow night.
On a Thursday, yeah.
Tomorrow night. Mm-hmm.
The head coach at Lamesa, I coached him in Plainview, Texas,
Huh.
1,000 years ago. He
Aren't they like the Golden Toros or something?
Golden Tornadoes.
Golden
go.
Tornadoes.
They call themselves the Golden Tours, but Lamesa is an interesting place, and they're not what they used to be. I think Efren, he was on the staff that won state 2 years ago at Anna. He
Okay.
worked with Seth Parr, was at Coronado, Lubbock Coronado before that, and Amarillo Caprock before that.
I'll give you a trivia question to bite on. If Shannon Owens watching, you probably know because he's a guru at all that stuff. So you gotta hang tight, and we'll give you a chance. There's a local ex-coach that still is in education in this area that graduated from Lamesa.
Still in education.
Still in education.
Graduated from
Lamesa High School.
All right. So who got out of coaching but stayed teaching that is local?
Beats the hell out of me.
Is it Frank Johnson? I'm kidding.
I never coached at Lamesa, Texas.
No, he's a graduate.
Yeah, no, he didn't
Of
coach at
Lamesa.
Lamesa. He went to high school.
Yeah, graduate of Lamesa.
I believe that means the table in Spanish.
The answer to that, Shannon, if you're watching, do you know it?
We did have an answer from Coach Gar. Is that right?
No.
Oh,
I think he's talking about Coach Ramos. Is he the head coach at
Yeah,
Lamesa?
Coach
That's who
Ramos.
he's
Oh,
talking
okay.
about. Yeah.
I thought he was answering the question.
The answer to that, the Lamesa graduate, Carl Pennington.
Oh,
No kidding.
Carl Pennington.
That does not surprise me. Now that you say that,
Yep.
Carl, I can see that. Lamesa traditionally a basketball town.
Yep. He was a big basketball guy there. Legendary.
When we were out of Plainview, we played them they were in our district one year, and ironically, the year I left Plainview and went to Colorado City,
Coach Ward knew. I knew he would know.
they were in our district. Lamesa's had some great basketball or football teams. The Hogg kid, Waylon Hogg, was a hell of a player. When I was in Plainview, they had two kids. One of them went to TCU, and I can't remember where the other one. They ran the wishbone, but their two halfbacks were both D1 players. Efren coached all his brothers. They were great kids.
The thing about this game,
I'm pulling for the Bearcats.
the thing about this,
Which
is I
probably
think
did kick me out of holiday.
I think that at Lamesa is driving a long way to get a butt kicking.
Efren will have them prepared. I will say that.
I got the Bearcats too. Like you, I've been impressed from the moment I saw them scrimmage Iowa Park. Now, I didn't know Iowa Park was going to be a 3-0 football team, but I'm like, Henrietta looks good. Cruz Coleman has really impressed me.
Yeah,
His older
really
brother on
emerged.
the outside too, as a pass catcher. Like,
I think Henrietta goes 3-1. I might drive over there for that one.
good luck with parking because it's kind of a mess there too.
Yeah, sure.
I say a mess.
I'm
It's
gonna
going to
go
look
over
great.
there.
It's going to look great.
I'm going over there.
I ride with
Thursday?
you.
Yeah.
I think, is Ben Coker going there for us? Ben, maybe? Maybe I'll tag along with Ben.
Maybe
Yeah.
Ben will tag along with us.
Maybe we'll tag all along together.
Oh, there you go. You want to drive in the KFDX car?
I don't
You
know.
can
I
sit
don't
in
know
the
if I
back
can
seat.
fit in it.
You can sit in the back, Coach.
I'd like to see Efren, even though I doubt he remembers
Yeah.
me. But
Well, I'm gonna go. So if you want to go, just hop in. But yeah, I'm like I've said, we from our first podcast, I said that I felt like
Yeah.
Henrietta's gonna be the sleeper in that district, and
It's a good pick.
it's looking better
It's
as we get
looking really
going. They playing pretty good
3-1.
football.
3-1 record.
Set them
Warm
up
and
pretty
fuzzy.
good.
Yeah. All these open. Let's
Okay.
hope they beat
There's the
them.
first bye week.
Chico Dragons 1-2. They beat Detroit, I believe. Versus the Petrolia Pirates coming off a huge win.
Huge.
Or they made Quanah walk the plank.
Wrong.
Mhm.
They wrong.
They sure did. And Quanah came in high and mighty too.
Yeah.
You know,
Feeling
and they
good.
shut that down real quick.
Our old Sam's, nobody circles the wagons like the Chico Dragons. So you got to watch out.
You
But-
know, I do believe that.
and I think I think Pirates and Dragons might have fought too. You're
Yeah.
always a big mascot guy.
That's true.
You think? out in the deep ocean water.
That would
Well,
be, what was that?
So
That
here's my
dragon
here's my story
Loch Ness
behind that.
Monster.
Here's my story behind that.
Oh boy.
You still see pirates.
You don't see dragons.
You don't see dragons, so I'm taking the pirates.
Okay.
P-Town.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if Petrolia had made some self-inflicted injuries in that first game, they would be 3-0 right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So I think they're going to be sitting there at 3-1, feeling fuzzy as well. For those guys.
Chico, I mean, Detroit hasn't been a place in a long time. And Ford Motor is still keeping it around.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah,
talked about Ford
I couldn't
earlier.
tell you the last
Oh,
time.
that was
Quinlan
Quinlan
Ford.
Ford. My
Yeah.
fault. My fault.
Yeah, I got the Pirates here too. They're big favorites on Pigskin Prep, 29-point favorites. I think Coach Blasingame gets another dub, 3-1, and again, we talk about it, but they run heavy style, so that takes it's a lot of physicality to stay healthy.
If
They got
you've
some big
never
boys up
heard
front.
Coach Blasingame sing karaoke, you're missing out.
I know. We talk about it, and I hadn't seen it yet. So
Well, he would.
I thought maybe he would be one of these ones to come out each week.
You would think so. He doesn't live that far away.
Yeah. It's like Kyle Tucker. I call Kyle every week, telling him to
He
come out
doesn't
here.
ever come. He's sorry.
Yeah,
about
I
that.
thought we were friends. Guess he don't like either one of us.
I don't
Or maybe
know.
he likes me and not you.
Good chance.
Or the other way around.
He worked for me. I don't blame him for I didn't like myself sometimes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I do today.
Good.
Good. Glad.
Life is too short not to enjoy
I hear
it.
you.
Right.
I hear
It's
you.
my favorite day of the week. Get to talk football, get to talk barbecue.
Heck yeah.
Hey, and we're doing all right on time. So if we keep on trucking, we're gonna get closer to
Yeah.
our time frame.
What is our time frame?
Well, we always said we were gonna do an hour, but that's never gonna happen. So
No.
maybe an hour and a half would be a good.
Right. You're working your way
Good
down,
short
though.
show.
You're like hour
Yeah.
48,
You know,
37. And
we are the best entertainment on TV, podcast, whatever we're on, whatever social media you prefer to watch. It is worth the time.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Electra 2-1. The Tigers are roaring versus Era 3-0. Ought to be a good game.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Era except we played baseball out there one time, and their baseball fields were turf, their softball field was turf, and their football field was grass.
okay.
Well,
Yeah, Malachi said we still got one more hour. He was part of our 2-hour show the other night.
but that was we had close to 2,000 fans
Yeah,
the other night.
at some point.
I hope we have. I don't know how many we
I
got.
don't know how many viewing, but we get a lot more views after Friday
Yeah.
because a lot of people watch it on their way to the games and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
I
we
watch it on
last
the
week we were
games,
over 2,000 views.
and
So,
the bus drivers listen to the podcast, and hopefully I got the reverb taken care of.
but I'm going to go back to the Electra Tiger game.
Yeah.
And
I don't blame you.
I'm going to take the Tigers. PJ
Where's
Jackson out there.
do you know where
DC
this
was the next
game's
player,
at?
man.
I have this game at Era. Yep. And I have Era as 23-point
Yeah, it'd
favorites.
definitely be an upset, I would believe.
And
But hey, I'm all about underdogs.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I have not seen Electra in person this year. I'm not even sure I've seen him on tape, to be honest with you.
They got good running back.
Yeah, Braylon Nava, right?
Shannon Owens asking if Era's ever started 3-0. I don't know, Shannon. If you don't know, we sure don't. Might have
Zach
to-
Duncan could tell us.
Yeah, there's Zach. Where's Zach when you need him?
Yeah.
But
Answer that one, Zach.
Texas high school football.
I just
history.
remember when my cousins played at Petrolia, they used to play Era. It was like a big rivalry game. Like I guess it's pretty close. But anyway, I'm going with the upset-minded Tigers.
Okay.
Me too. I like.
Because a Tiger can beat a Hornet.
I don't
they
know
probably
what
eat 'em.
era it is.
I think they're a Hornet, maybe.
Okay.
I know they're gold.
I have no idea. I just know Electra.
Yeah, I got Era this week.
Charlie Lott is from Electra, Texas.
Yep.
That sucker could play. He was a Texas Tech Red Raider.
And I saw
Let's go Electra Tigers.
a picture of the Electra field, and it looked great.
Yeah, I
Their
did see
grass
that too
looked
on
really
Facebook.
good. They had a homecoming game, and they had a picture of the grass.
Yeah. Painted nice.
I tell you what, and there's
Always
a
like
lot
getting
of
Frank started on
advantages.
grass.
I'm a grass guy.
No.
You know, and the other idea, I want to put up a sign in my front yard that says "Stay off my grass."
Yeah.
You're that guy.
I am that guy. My next door neighbor is Jerry Graves, and some of y'all know Jerry, and his brother Greg was DC at Henrietta forever.
One of the best
and,
ever.
And
Really good.
his dad, Grady, huge grass guy, and won state championship in Archer City. When I moved into this house, nothing but weeds, and Grady would come out and say, "Hey, Coach, when you mow your grass,
Don't
I
blow it
need
over
you
here.
to turn your mower where your weeds go in your yard, not mine." And
Valid
I have
points.
worked hard to keep my grass pretty. And but most of the time I was in Colorado City, I had grass, and Holiday I had grass, and I did my best. If they would have given me more money and more water,
Yeah.
of course, you move in
Got
during
you
a
on
drought.
sidetrack.
I remember. Was
But,
it?
you know, sometimes I have been accused of overwatering. But-
One of your last couple years coaching, I remember you got the little electronic robot painter, and you thought that was the best thing since sliced bread.
It was cool.
Except you had to babysit it all day.
You did. You spent 8 hours.
I'd call him. I'm like, Frank, what are you doing? He goes, I'm out here babysitting this robot. I'm like, well, I'm out here painting mine.
You would, the wind, you had a tower and GPS, and it was cool, but the wind got up, and the tower would go to shaking. That robot would shake too. And so you had to start painting at 7 in the morning, and about 10:30, you had to quit because the wind would kick up, and then mixing that damn paint. If it got over 100, the paint would clog and it wouldn't paint anymore. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but I still like grass fields. Now the nice thing about it, if you got turf, that field's always ready.
That's right.
It's true.
Always ready.
And you don't have to water it. You don't have to fertilize it. My yard, I fertilized yesterday. I pre-watered Tuesday. I mowed it, pre-watered Tuesday. I put fertilizer down yesterday. Tomorrow, my water bill will go up.
Well, not only do you learn football and barbecue, you just got a segment on some grass
Yeah, landscaping.
I love
landscaping.
And this the short time I was a baseball coach, we got to play at Christensen Stadium in Midland, back when it was belonged to the Midland A's, and I thought that was the greatest baseball field ever because it was such a beautiful, tight
Tiff.
Bermuda,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, great. Good tip fields like that are great to play on.
I
Moving along, though, we got to keep on moving.
I'm
We're going
sorry.
down a rabbit hole of grass.
Again, when temperature gets to 70 degrees, put your pre-emergent down for next year. It'll
I like
help.
it. I'll make note of that.
You gotta take the temperature, those barbecue thermometers, stick it in your daggum ground and check your
Where
temperature.
we go? Where have we left to?
Well, I'm
MJ?
just saying 70 degrees is the number. If
Stick
it
the
gets,
barbecue thermometer in the grass and taste the temperature.
I love it. You never know what's going to happen. That's why you have to
I'm
tune
just
in on this
saying
show.
you want a pretty grass yard.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it.
Oh, you gotta love it. All right, Electric beats Era in upset.
Upset.
All right.
No Kona. Now this
Who did you have? Was that?
I had Era. I had
Yeah,
Era.
yeah. I think that's the.
This is a pivotal game in my opinion. Nocona 0-3, Archer City 0-3.
Yeah.
Both teams desperately need a win.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Nocona Indian versus a Wildcat. Now, I guess the question is, how many arrows does that Indian have in his quiver?
That could make a huge difference in this game.
It could.
But I agree with you. I think this is a game that both of these teams need to win this game. I mean, I think it's vital that they need to win this week.
Yeah.
You need something going
Gotta
in the
have
district.
something.
Right.
And I don't know if they start district.
They might
next
have
week.
one more game at the max,
Yeah.
maybe. But both of these teams have to be going into this game thinking that we have a chance, right?
Right. So I've seen Archer City. I saw them week 1 against Quanah. They were in that game. They were really in that game. They gave up like 2 touchdowns in 30 seconds at the end of the first half, which was no good. And then Quanah went down, kudos to them and scored in the final couple of minutes to win that game. So that I'm not. What I'm trying to say is that's like a quote unquote good loss,
Mhm.
especially with Quanah coming out of the gates 2-0. I haven't seen Nocona. New coach in Nocona versus coaching consistency in Archer with
Mhm.
Coach Richie. And I remember talking to Coach Richie that week 1 when he was our game of the week against Quanah, and he was saying we've got all this experience on the line, and we're very inexperienced at skill positions. My thought is 4 weeks into the season, do those skill guys, are they up to speed now?
Mhm.
I would think likely yes. Archer's a 7-point favorite on the road. I took the Wildcats.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, I think this is a big game for both of them. I think I'm leaning towards Archer City.
My Facebook.
I knew Archer City was going to have some growing pains this year. They've just kind of known what they've had come through and what's been kind of what they've lost in the past couple of years has been a tremendous amount of kids at that size of school. It's really hard, but
right.
I think they have enough. And probably what leaned me towards that is you saying about the Quanah game that they were really in that
they
game.
Were. They
and
were.
I think that could be the difference. I like the fact that being going on. So, yeah, I think I'll take the Wildcats.
I think Archer's played a little bit tougher schedule.
Okay. I believe that.
Plus, Archer their fans occasionally buy my barbecue. So I'm
look out for that, right?
You dang right. These people that talk bad about people, their customers, I don't understand it. Archer City, come by. Hopefully, Miss Tammy get home. We'll start selling barbecue again. Come buy my barbecue. Nokona's a long ways away. They've got Finolio boots, which I would love to have a pair.
Yeah, me too. I need a pair of boots.
I've quit wearing shoes for the most part. I did mow in shoes the other day.
I would too after you saw the snake.
But
I told him make sure he checks everything before I come out here.
Seriously. Holy cow.
Keep the dog out here.
Poor Chima. She won't see I hear her barking.
Who you picking, Archer or Nocona?
I'm going Archer all the way.
All right.
The daggum Wildcats are going to kick tail.
All right. What's the next
Moving on. Windthorst, 1-2. Tough record.
I think it's
tough schedule.
What you got?
Is it 1-2? Yeah, I guess they lost to Munster and Holiday. Wow.
And City View.
That's what I meant. Munster and City View, yeah.
And going against Alvord 2-1. Alvord's a good team.
Alvord's good.
Windthorst's better.
Windthorst played a very tough schedule. I mean, what was their first week? Henrietta? Or was that a scrimmage?
No, that was week 1, right? Yeah, that was week 1.
Week 1.
Yeah, high scoring affair, 62-48 or something.
Yeah, so they go Henrietta, City View, Munster. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, none of those teams are better than Alvord, right?
Every team.
Yeah, I think all three of them.
That's what I meant. Yes,
every
sure.
team that played has a winning record.
Yeah.
They're not playing slaps. So.
No, I like Windthorst. I when I was at the City View game, I called that game and I said it numerous times. They got a lot of fight in them, and don't count them out. Like they're one of the top teams in that region. Munster's pretty freaking good. I watched them in a scrimmage against City View, and they are really, really good. That's why the Holiday win was
huge.
That was a big win. And you can say different classifications and this and that, but that's a really, really good Munster team who's playing Pottsboro this week.
And then Munster responded the Holiday loss and laid it on Windthorst in the second half.
And I think Windthorst is going to feel like they got some aggravation losing 2 in a row. I'm not sure how long it's been.
Yeah, that's
they've lost two losses in a row.
That's a good question.
But that coaching staff's going to have them fired up, ready to go. Coach Tackett, Coach Belcher, and that crew out there at Cavazos, they're going to have those kids ready to go. They're going to beat up on this Alvord team. I think they're
at home too.
Yeah,
you love to talk about how much of a hike it is from the visitor locker room, right?
Yeah, I mean, you almost cramp up by the time you get to the field.
Stop and get you
a sausage wrap, which is fantastic. And that's about then when you get the sausage wrap, you're about halfway there. So
every time,
by the time you finish your sausage wrap, you're at the field.
Something to do on the rest of the trip, but
yeah, it's good.
I think Windthorst. I think the Trojans. What are Alvord?
Bulldogs.
I think the Trojans got that daggum sword. Yeah. That Bulldogs got trouble.
Yeah, he's gonna have issues.
Windthorst goes 2-2. Alvord goes 2-2.
2-2.
And
All
But
right.
kudos to Albert accepting that game. That means they're in the right direction too.
well, they're not scared.
Yeah.
So,
Must have played him last
they
year.
might be
too.
after they get hit.
this next game's really not in our region, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because Monday's 3-0.
Yes, feel good story of the
The
year.
Moguls.
I'm telling you,
They got a kid.
he like 6'6", right?
Yeah, he's huge.
Basketball player Jarius Williams.
Yes.
Monster.
You
You see him out there with kids my height, and you're like, yeah, he don't belong there.
Yeah.
He's huge.
better be on your toes.
Right.
I'm telling you what, Coach Langston out there, Brandon Langston out there, is one of the nicest guys I know. And when he took that job, nobody else wanted that job.
Well,
They were in a bad situation.
playing
And he's
11-man
been,
football in a school the size of most 6-man.
yeah, and man, Coach, I kudos to him. I'm telling you, he stuck it out, and he has those guys playing. I remember us talking. You said you refereed one of their games, maybe they're younger kids, and you said, "Hey,
They got some
they're
kids
gonna be.
coming.
They got some kids coming." I remember you saying that.
Well,
and-
and even through that time when varsity-wise their record wasn't very good, those kids were playing their tails off. They're
Mhm.
playing hard.
who do they got this week? Was it
They are playing
Hamlin
now. This is
or
pretty
Haskell?
good. Hamlin,
Hamlin.
2-1.
This is going to be the best team they've
Yes,
played.
I was just fixing to say that. This is their best test so far. They played, I think, Abilene TLCA and a couple others. And Hamlin's 11-point favorites.
I can see that.
But-
Where's
Where's
it at?
this game at?
It's in Hamlin.
Oh, the
But-
Tide Poppers.
I'm taking Monday. I'm riding the high with them right now. And this is the prove it game, right? Similar to the way I feel about Iowa Park against City View. It's a prove it game. I think it's a prove it game for Monday.
Yeah.
Prove it to me. You can be
I kinda
4-0.
think
Let's
it's
go.
Probably a little bit of rivalry.
Yeah, they're really pretty close
They're
between
pretty
each
close.
other. Yeah.
And
Hamlin's coached by a good friend of mine, Jason Bodis. His wife was in our wedding on my wife's side of the thing. So I've known them for a long time. But what a feel good story, though, man! I'm telling you, I pull for Coach Langston anytime I can, and I think they are. I think they're probably a bigger underdog than that going into that game. But I'm going to take. I'm pulling for the Moguls just
No doubt.
because, man, I've been there. I've been to that guy that took over at a program that was not very good, and it's
The work
it's
that
hard.
goes in.
I
Yeah.
know what he's doing. Yeah.
one of the most, two of the most unusual mascots in the state of Texas, Moguls and Pied Poppers.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Sure.
That's
One of a
two
kind.
really good.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That is a good mascot game.
I think the Moguls.
Are they similar?
No,
There's a mogul and a-
mogul. Well, mogul. Some people say a mogul's Indian. I've always taken them more as like something with a damn big ass sword. With
I don't know.
Pied
I
Poppers
don't
just
know.
got
I
a
don't-
clue.
Yeah,
They pull the snakes out.
yeah. So I can't
they
root
can-
for them then.
They can handle
Can you?
rattlesnakes. I don't know. I think moguls. I think Monday's going to pull the upset.
All right, there. I like it. I think I've said it. There's a game, and I don't know if it's even on your list, but I always bring it up, and it's the DeLeon. They got a lot of coaches from this area. Whitaker's the head coach.
I need to start looking at that.
They got
Who they play?
Slayton
this week?
Ochoa from Iowa Park on the staff. They got Max Owen from Windthorst on the staff. So they're my feel good young group. I know they're out there having a
Mrs. Whitaker stopped me the other day and said something about.
So I think they're undefeated. Is Shannon still on? I think they're 3-0. And man, I know they're having a great time out there. All those young
Good.
guys out there coaching from this area. So I'm pulling for them. I have no idea who they play, but I'm taking DeLeon in a win. I'm
Why
confident.
not?
Just
I
shot
don't
me
even know who
down.
they're playing. We're taking
Don't care.
DeLeon.
Don't care. Win's a win.
I'm pulling for Daly.
That's right. They got a local flair to
Al
them.
Park / Holiday kids out there coaching.
/ Windthorst.
Windthorst. I mean, North Texas football being well represented.
Oh, they got a tough one though. I'm still taking them.
Who they got?
They're hosting Holly,
The Bearcats.
which I think the Bearcats
Also,
have fallen off a little bit.
Shannon says they're 2-1.
Who'd they lose to? I missed.
Way to come prepared, coach.
I'm telling you, I don't. They're kind of out of our range.
They are.
but
They're
I'm
not on my
still-
list. Yeah.
That they're going to be on broadcast each week because I'm pulling for them.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
Who's this team that Seymour's playing?
Tahoka. That's out.
Tahoka
I never heard of that.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're Bulldogs. They're
They're
out
a
in
basketball
by
team.
Lubbock.
It is south. Well, if you'd gone to Texas Tech back in the 80s when the strip, which was where you bought beer at, was on the Tahoka Highway.
Okay.
It was between Tahoka, Lubbock, and La Mesa. And they're a basketball town, traditionally very athletic.
Okay.
Who do they got?
Seymour's playing
Seymour.
them at Tahoka on the road, and Tahoka's 17-point favorites. I
They-
went with the local team because I'm rooting for Coach Rivers.
Yeah, Coach River does a good
Well,
job.
I've talked
man.
bad about
I like
the Panthers once this year. I don't think I'm going to do it again.
That's a good idea.
They're not a football town.
Okay.
They are a basketball town.
Tahoka.
Tahoka.
Yeah.
Once you get closer to basketball season, the worse their football
Yeah.
traditionally gets.
And
They said that De Leon lost to Stanford,
who's good, right?
so not a bad loss.
And then the last game I have on here that I don't think we talked about. Did we talk about your
No.
former Quanah Indians?
No, I didn't.
Quanah's hosting Lockney.
The Lightning Longhorns.
Yeah, I'm
Indians 11-point
I like
favorites.
I like my Quanah Indians.
Got a rebound, right?
Yeah,
You
I got
did-
a rebound. This will be a good test for their
Who's
kids
picking
after a
that
loss.
game?
Quanah's 11-point favorites. I picked the Indians as
I
well.
think the Indians are going to beat. I mean, a Longhorn, yeah, they got those cool horns, and they can trample you, but I don't think you can beat them.
Well, Quanah, just their kids and their community, they're tough to beat at Quanah.
Where
When
they
we were
at?
there,
At
they're
Quanah,
they play hard at Quanah.
one of the best grass fields.
Here we go on the grass
Yeah,
again.
They do a great job. You don't have to tell them to put pre-emergent and check their barbecue chips or thing. Yeah, they know what they're doing in Quanah, Texas on that.
Man, so De Leon, so they had Stanford, then they have Hawley, and then next week they go to Munster.
Holy shnikes.
That's a tough little
Prepare
route
for
there.
district.
Yeah,
I
no
don't know
doubt.
who scheduled that.
Stay
crap,
healthy.
But they,
And whoever left.
yeah. That's
Oh,
one
because it's
of
a new
those
staff
things-
walking into
Yeah.
that. Wow.
Yeah, so they must have had probably, I don't know, that's a tough schedule. But see, I know we don't do a lot of six-man coverage on here.
We got a couple of good teams.
But I went and watched Harold versus Vernon Northside last Thursday, and I was just going to let you know, so impressed with those communities. It was standing room only.
Yeah, the neat thing about six-man games, if you've never been to a six-man game, you need to go. The whole town shows up.
Yeah,
That is,
and both of these communities were there.
their school's their identity.
Yeah, they're. It's unbelievable amount of people that were
You know,
there. I mean, they were all the way down the sidelines, deep, like 8-9 rows deep, and a really good football. And I think Harold might be Division 2, maybe.
Yes, that's correct.
And Northside's Division 1, so
Yeah.
they're bigger. They're both pretty good six-man teams.
Well-
That Vernon Northside, they have some
Oh, wow.
athletes.
A lot of numbers, too.
Yeah, they look
They got like
good.
a JV team for 6
Yeah, they
man.
look
In
really
the top 10 in our area, I saw that Benjamin's up
Of
in the
course.
top
Yeah.
10 and
Newcastle?
Newcastle.
I'm big on the Bobcats.
Oh, I mean, hell, who couldn't be big on the Bobcat? Bobcats are mean.
Yeah. What he said.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
just
after
looking
my-
at some of them,
they're after my
Newcastle's
neighbor's
at
chicken.
May.
State ranked opponents, I believe.
Yeah, I coached six-man for 2 years, so that's where I got my start.
Where
It's, LaFours,
Huh. I don't know.
out by Pampa.
Okay.
Knox City, traditional good team.
Yeah, they're
against
usually
the
good.
Jayden Jaybirds.
They have a whole offense named after that. It's called Jaybird offense. That's what they call the formation. That everybody calls Jaybird formation because Jayton was the one that
I
started it.
worked cows last week with a bunch of cowboys from Jayton,
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
That's a.
So I'll just go real quick. I'm going to take Newcastle over May.
Okay.
I'm going to take Knox City over Jayton.
Nope, I'm going Jayton.
You're taking the
I'm
Jaybirds?
taking
I got
Jaybirds.
the Jaybirds, too.
Well,
St.
St.
Joe versus Forestburg. That's a good game. St. Joe better concerts.
Better concerts.
Hey, speaking of St. Joe, and I know this is off subject, but we do talk about food here. I heard that the pizza place in St. Joe is coming back. What is the name of that?
News to me.
No.
They have a really good pizza place.
It's a stone oven.
Stone oven. And it's supposed to be coming back. They're supposed to reopen.
They used to limit how many people could come eat there.
Oh, wow.
It is supposed to be fantastic. My wife's ate there. I didn't get invited.
All right.
Shannon said Jayton is loaded.
Yeah, Jayton's.
That dumb J-Bird.
All right. Well, I'm taking Knox City then.
St. Joe is Fordsburg. I'm going with St. Joe.
I'll take
Harold
St.
at
Joe.
Paint Creek.
I'm
going
taking
Harold.
I'm taking Harold. I was impressed with Harold. Harold just kind of ran out of. They're little. Their guys are really small, but they gave Vernon North. They were up at the halftime.
Were they?
Northside.
Wow.
Those Hornets got their stinger up.
They do.
They do.
Who'd you have in that one?
I got Harold. Interesting thing about them: no home games this year. They're building a new stadium.
Good call.
So
yeah.
they're on the road all
They're
year.
building a new gymnasium
On
where
the
their
football
football field is, and
Correct.
then they're going to build their football field.
Yeah, Pastor Bond.
Really cool. Doing it. I was really impressed with Harold. They're doing a lot of stuff at their school. Vernon Northside's doing a lot of building
Good.
at their school. They got a new field house. They haven't gotten in it yet, but they got one. It's up, and they're getting closer to it. Benjamin, I call them Benjamin. They got a new gym. They got turf on their football field.
Yeah.
A lot of these small schools doing things big.
Spending money, yeah.
Strawn
at Broston.
Strawn's a powerhouse.
Strawn is always really good.
Yes, sir.
They got Mary's
Yes.
Is that the diner there?
chicken fried steak,
yeah.
the best. Any Friday you can go in Mary's, you're going to see a coaching staff there.
It is.
Because if you were scouting and you were within
60
60 miles, you win.
You went.
If you've got an upset stomach and you don't feel good, you still stop at Mary's.
You still stop. That's right.
And do your best. Rotan Yellowhammers at Vernon Northside.
I saw Vernon Northside
Yeah.
live and in person. I'm impressed with those guys. I really think they have something special out there. They have some athletes.
New Coach Derek Schlieve came in this year and took over that program. He's got 2 boys on the team and
One with a broke arm, or
I didn't know that.
Sleeve. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Yeah,
Go.
and the thing about Coach Lee, he was the head coach at LaForest where I first started my coaching career. So
Okay.
we kind of had a little tie in there.
I think he
Go
coached at
Baird
St.
at
Joe too.
Decatur Victory.
Decatur Victory Christian. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're quite.
I'm going
quite
with
good.
the Bears.
Goldberg head coach is Danny Foreman. Remember Danny when he was at Nakona?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And
I'm pulling
Petrolia,
for
yeah.
and Petrolia. That's right. I'm pulling for Danny and the Bears. I do all their stuff. So
Good.
Where did he grow up?
where was Danny? Was he somewhere around here? He's a local.
Yeah,
Could be.
probably.
Is he Iowa Park? That's
I
right.
think so.
That's right. I do remember. You
Coach-
are right. That is right. I
Coach
remember him telling
Ball
me that.
told me that Coach Foreman could run the dadgum trap as good as anybody. And not to cast aspersion on him, he doesn't look like a fullback, but Coach Ball told me that Danny Foreman was a hell of a fullback.
That's not
Nice.
shocking to me.
Nice.
I'm going to take Chillicothe.
He looks like a
over
guard.
Temple, Oklahoma. You're right.
No
because
offense, Danny.
Temple's from Oklahoma.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
enough
That's a good
said.
reason. That's a good reason.
I'm taking Chillicothe.
They're 3-0. I think they went 3-0 or 4-0 last year. And granted, one of those against a JV squad, but that's what they need. They
Yep, that's
need
right.
they need to
I
get
ain't
some
taking
wins early.
nobody
on.
from Oklahoma.
No, ever.
Chillicothe.
Go Eagles.
And the last game.
Covington at Perrin Witt All Stars. I hear that Perrin Witt has the best RV park.
Oh,
Really, it's a nice. It is.
I didn't know
heard
that.
the same
Yeah,
thing. Dub goes a lot.
I got friends that go all the time
Yeah,
because
They talk
say
about how nice it
Perrin
is. That's
Witt.
right. I've never been there, but I've heard about it.
I don't have an RV.
Defending state champs in basketball,
yes, yeah.
right? Or runner up. No, they won it.
They won
state
it.
champs. Yeah.
I'm pretty positive. They
I'm
won.
going with Perrin Witt.
I'm
I'm
taking-
going with the All Stars.
I'm happy with the Pirates this week.
I
Got
found
the
out-
Petrolia Pirates and got the Perrin Witt Pirates.
Yeah,
Our
they're
Raw.
they're
little pirate trivia.
Oh, God. Here we go.
ready for this. You ready?
Yeah.
Buckle
You know
in.
what?
Step back.
You know why pirates wore eye patch? It's true. It's a true thing.
I don't know.
Got me.
When they would go below deck, they would switch it so their eyes would adjust to the light or lack of light faster.
Because it's dark.
Say less. That makes sense.
And Why do pirates drink rum? Not that I'm promoting spirits, but why do pirates drink rum?
No clue.
They were rationed so much rum a day to put in their water to kill bacteria.
Oh,
So our
We need some fact checks on this.
pirate, no, that's gospel. You heard it here first.
yeah.
Speaking of here at first.
Yeah.
The show.
Yeah.
KFDX Plus. Talk about it real
That's it.
quick for people who got in here late.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
This
You
is
know,
breaking news.
Breaking news.
I made this happen just
Great
so I could tell you
stuff.
guys on this podcast. Yeah, so most people know by now, because we're 3 weeks in, our traditional 1 hour long Friday Night Football highlight show on Channel 3 was cut this year. It was scaled back to 20 minutes, 10:15 to 10:30, and it hasn't gone great, mostly because high school football games are barely over by the time 10:15 rolls around. So that being said, we've come to a compromise. We're able to get the bosses to give us the go-ahead. We're still doing the 10:15 to 10:35, but at 11:30, the traditional time slot, we are doing a half-hour show. It's not on linear TV. It is on KFDX Plus. That is our new app. You can download it on your smart TV, on your Apple TV, your Roku, your Amazon Fire Stick.
Not linear.
Not linear. You can't just go to KFDX. You won't find it. You download our KFDX Plus app, streaming only.
On your smartphone.
Actually, not on your phone, on your smart TV.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. See, this is a little complicated for Coach Johnson.
But go ahead for all the normals.
For all the normals, you can tune us in on the app, and you'll get a half hour of Friday Night Football, full highlights, post-game interviews, all the stuff that we were used to doing as a luxury of going on later. We get more time to produce all that stuff and get it in and edit it and all that good stuff. So we're really excited about that. That starts week 6, which is the first week of district for a lot of teams. That is October the 3rd.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Me too. Well, I haven't been anywhere. So, yeah, it's great news. That's not true. I went to Walmart. Bought some pregame supply.
A lot of great games out there in the area this week.
Yes.
Go out and support your teams. And
we will see y'all next Wednesday on Coach J's Gridiron Barbecue and North Texas Football. Don't forget, if you get a chance, and I know this is a big thing, but go like, subscribe, all that crap on YouTube.
Yep.
And Spotify.
Right.
there you go.
That way, I mean, we're definitely not in it for the money, but
you could be.
I could be.
Yeah.
I would like to be rich.
If you're watching on Facebook Live right now, and there's 20 live viewers and plenty more who are going to watch, stay on your phone, close out of Facebook, open the YouTube app, search Coach J's.
You gotta wait.
No,
But they
you
can
don't have to
still-
wait. You can still subscribe.
Yeah, they can still.
It's going to bring up the picture of Coach J. You can't miss it. Just hit subscribe.
Me and Rudy,
You and Rudy.
best looking guys on barbecue football podcast ever.
What he
Yeah,
said.
go hit
Just
subscribe.
go do it right now. All
Yep.
it takes is hit subscribe. It'll help them immensely. So please do that.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Until next week.
Thanks for
Thank y'all
watching.
Thanks for watching.
Being with us.
See you, Coach Gar. We got to get a Coach Gar. We talked about
Yeah,
Coach
you did.
Gar
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
out here.
I'm going to have to.
Turn that off. The animals are trying to come get us.
End stream. Is that what I want to do?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you save it.
Your stream will stop immediately and no longer be live. We're going to end.